Okay, hello, this is Rani Ahmed with you. This is lesson 19 in programming using the language Objective-C on the Macintosh operating system. And in this lesson we're going to talk about how to use how to write messages with a number of parameters. Now, till now what we have is just two messages, start engine and stop engine, okay, for the class car. Okay, I'm going to show you the diagram, okay, or the map of our work, or the roadmap of our work. But just for now, I have the start engine and stop engine, okay, and they won't be retaining anything. Okay, now on the roadmap, I'm going to add here. This is my diagram. Remember from last time, from the last lesson, I have, and of course I want to remind you of I had the start engine, the stop engine only, and this is my object coming from the class named car, and I have the number of tires, and I have the number of windows and the engine type as attributes. Those are the circles are attributes. Okay, but again, this is not exact UML drawing. Okay, it's not true UML. Okay, so just this is not UML. Cool. Now next, so I wanna add three messages, and those three messages will be taking like a number of attributes. Okay, so I have set all attributes. It will set all three attributes, the circled ones, number of tires, number of windows, and engine type. And I have the next one, which is set the number of windows. Okay, so it will take just one parameter, and the set number of tires, which will take just one parameter. Okay, set all attributes because it will take all attributes, so it will take three parameters. To take three parameters. So I'm going to start with adding the set number of windows. So this is set number of windows. So this is set number of windows. Okay, and I must start with a colon here, and between two parentheses I add the type of the parameter, and this is the name of the parameter. Now this is within the interface paragraph, okay, here, and the reason that they divide or separate the interface from the implementation is that you can put the interface in a file of name ending with .m, and the implementation on the interface is in .h, in the same in a name. Okay, that's the file of the header, and the implementation is put, the implementation paragraph is put in .m. Okay, and it has to be the same name of the .h file. So next, I'm going to add the number of tires, so fixing that by copying it, and I will add also the number of, set all attributes. So look how it will go. So this is void set all attributes. Of course we start with a colon. Now the next thing is the W for the window, and there's a colon. Every time you separate a new parameter with a new colon. And this is the float for the engine type, because engine type is a float. Here I still have a warning because the code is still without any definition or any content definition of the number of windows, number of tires, and set all attributes. Next is I want to add set number of windows and set number of tires. And this is set number of tires. Okay. So I get here W and give it to number of windows, and I get here T to give it to the number of tires. And those are, of course, the attributes of the class car. Now next, I put set all attributes. Okay, so this is how I put those 3 attributes one after the other with a colon in between. Okay. Now, yet, of course, you should not have a semicolon here. You must have at least an empty body. Okay, 2 curly braces, 2 opposite curly braces, and nothing in between, at least. Okay, but by now this is okay with the compiler. It will be compiled, it will build a program for you, but this message has nothing to do. Okay, now I'm going to fill it. Okay, so of course it will not be 0, so all of them I will take W and T and ET to be set in their proper places. Okay, so yet we have number of tires is T, number of windows is W, and engine type is ET. Next is, now I have disabled in start engine the setting of number of tires as 4 and 2 on 1.6 from the previous lesson. Okay, because I want to set all attributes first, then go to printing them. Okay, and go to printing them. So in a separate function, which is the start engine, of course, printing them in a separate function, which is the start engine. Now here I'm going to, and just a minute, here I have the start or the stop engine is still the same. Okay, just as it will 0 all the attributes. Okay, and first the tires, then the windows, and the engine type, similarly to the start engine in this order. Tires, then windows, then engine type will be printed out. Next is this. I wanna now get my car that I have made here, what we call instantiation. Okay, using the message named new by calling the car type, and here I'm going to set all attributes first, then I put 4 for the windows, then 2 for the tires, then 1.6 for the engine type, and of course you end it with a semicolon. And then you see that it must print the data similar to this fashion here. Okay, so next is, after starting the engine, I'm setting the number of the windows, of course, as long as the car is running. So I'm putting now 6 instead of 4. Okay, semicolon. Next T is set the number of windows, or set the engine here, sorry, and start the engine. Okay, of course I did not set the engine, sorry. So starting the engine, and then I have C start set the number of tires. So here what I did is start the engine, printing the data, then I set the number of windows, then I printed it again, so I'm printing the whole data again. Okay, so it was 4 to 1.6. okay, so 4 windows, 2 tires and 1.6. I know it's ridiculous, however. So next thing is I have set the number of windows to be 6, more ridiculous. Then and the next thing is start the engine, which means printing it as 6 to 1.6. Then next I'm setting the number of tires, so it will be 3, so it will be next after start the engine, it will be as in here 3, 6 and 1.6. okay, okay. Now the other thing is, before this, let's run this. First I'm going to clear this here, the output, and I'm going to run it as is. So as I told you, let's go back to the runtime code, which is in the main function. So I started with 2 tires, second parameter here, 4 windows, 4 and 1.6 to start the engine. Now start engine printed that. So next is set number of windows is 6, so now the number of windows has changed, okay, after I printed it using start engine. And next again is set number of tires, and now it is 3 tires, and windows are still 6 because I have not changed them yet, and the engine type is still 1.6 because I have not done anything to set the engine type, okay. And of course, because after setting the tires, I printed the tires and the windows and the engine type, then I stopped the engine. Therefore, stopping the engine, as we agreed, that it will zero all attributes, the 3 attributes: tires, windows and engine type, okay. Now I have another way of writing the multiple parameter thing message, which is this. I want to do the set all attributes, okay, in a different way. So I'm going to copy it the same, but this time it will be this way. Look at this. Just a minute. Okay, now let me go undo here. So what happened is, I just mentioned the first parameter. The next parameter will be having this name here. So this is a parameter name. This is just like an indication of what's going on here on the next parameter. Okay, so tires P, I just meant put P, whatever. It's just a name here, and then here, and it will take T, and engine type P will take ET. So you precede that those 2 columns with a name here for the name of the parameter, okay. And similarly, I add here number 2, okay, and here I copy it, fix that here, the semicolon, and of course I set this, okay. Now look how I'm going to use it in the main code, in the main function. So I'm going to add this, similarly 2. Okay, first I'm going to clear this before I run it, and it will be this way. Type PT. I'm going to put my own data, any rubbish data, and I'm going to print it out. Okay, so if I print that out, and this way I'm getting the output again the same way. I have Tutorial-19 tires, engine type P is 5.6, and of course here is follow window. Now the weird thing is that you cannot know what is this, and I hope they fix it someday. Okay, so so that's all about it for this lesson. Okay, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please use your YouTube account to subscribe to my channel, okay, so you can follow up any updates, and please write comments to me. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.